It'll be a par to start their round.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
He finds himself in a share of the lead. Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yes, par 5 is pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
Lovely effort that. The second hole at TPC Louisiana sets up the first of numerous birdie opportunities.
Third shot into this par 5 to a green that sits above the player, but watch out, missing either right or long, you're in terrible shape. Accuracy with your third is a must.
Opting for the 3-wood.
All right, going with a little bit more club. Let's see.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Well played. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
She's been reading this like a book. 22 foot she's got. She's got a nice look at par here.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. The third hole is a long par 3 measuring 230 yards.
Be careful of the wind here. You can't always feel it as those trees on the left sometimes block it out. Missing it right is an obvious no-no, but missing it left is no guaranteed of an up and down either. The green slopes away pretty severely over there.
That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine.
Slim chance here for birdie, but you never know.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Yeah, we'll take that. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She made bogey, gave one back on the last hole.
Opting for the 5-wood. That was special. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. TPC Louisiana might be known as a birdie fest. However, you're going to find plenty of challenges, including the par 4 fourth.
How can bunkers that are so minuscule be so agonizing? That's exactly what these are down the left-hand side of the 4th hole. You avoid those, and you get a good look at the green for your second shot that gently works away from the player.
Sitting at 2 under, currently leading.
Has got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole. This one started out on a good line. It was on a good line. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Leading by 3 strokes now. Rich, the 5th is a shortish par 4 by today's standards, but still enough there to mess with your ball.
Players want to move the tee shot from right to left on this hole because there's some trees on the tee box that'll kind of force you that direction, so driver may not be the play. The second shot, however, that's where it gets interesting. This green absolutely belongs in a skate park. This has more humps and bumps and wobbles in it. It is a very cool design.
Setting up in the first cut here. Can they get a little ground draw here? Now that looked pretty good the whole way. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
Yeah, she's down, she's behind, her rivals scooting ahead. Let's see what happens.
That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. This putt will move them to 3 under par. Oh, just missed. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole.
This for par.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Now 4 shots up after that hole. The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it in 2, well, that's a tall order.
Oh, well done. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This should play. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Looks good off the blade. He just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. And that will take him to 3 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5 is a lovely hole.
Pete Dye put a zit in the middle of this fairway, and it absolutely needs to be popped.
It's almost like a magnet for your golf ball.
You drive it in that fairway bunker, and you're absolutely beside yourself on how your golf ball could end up in something so small. It is a brilliant design, a brilliant bunker on a hole that should be birdieable by everybody in the field.
Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
They'll have to get their best bunker technique out here because this is nasty.
Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Here's Lexi Thompson. Oh, that's a beauty. She'll be stoked.
What can you say? Holing out from a fairway bunker, simply remarkable.
And here we are with the third shot. Okay, so that's step one, but now going to hold a mid-range putt. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Good-looking putt. And that will drop in for a birdie. And that will take him to 4 under. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot. If you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, you're not going to have much more than a flip sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
That's not what they hoped for. I'm definite about that.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good. Taking things up a notch in this Lexi-Thompson rivalry. That shot will add some fuel to the fire.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt. Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays. And that will take him to 5 under. And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. That really puts the leader way out ahead of the rest of the pack, and it's only the first round. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that will move him to 6 under par. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And this putt to move into a tie for 3rd. Yeah, fair effort. And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. And Rich, as we make the turn, I'm interested in your thoughts on this player's performance so far.
I got to say, every facet of this player's game was in great shape today. Lots of golf yet to be played. Looking forward to watching it.
The back 9 begins with a shortish par 4, Rich. A chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end.
Sitting at 6 under, currently in the lead. And hitting yet another green here today. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
Well, she's in 5th, and she'll want to climb from there.
Yeah, she looks like she pushed that one. And back to the course with the live action. Always nice to have a birdie putt. That's pretty tidy. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 7 under. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She's currently trailing her rival. Let's see what happens here.
Seems like they got an abundance of swing thoughts going on there. Perhaps paralysis by analysis. Well, you're in the hands of the tree gods now. And back to the play, shall we? Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game, a bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Wonderful shot. That's 9 under par for the round. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back nine. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 170 yards.
Going with the 6-iron here.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing. This putt to get to 10 under par.
Little birdie look in here.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
Ooh. Let's try and make this one. And only drop the one shot. He sits in first position. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with a tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Pretty good shot there.
Sitting at -8 in their round. Outright first here. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 13th.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Still a fair way away from the hole here. Time to make a long putt. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. It's got a chance. Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today. Currently 9 under for the round. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's difficult to hit with a long iron.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood. This looks to be hit pretty well from where I'm standing. Okay, that'll work.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Ouch, that hurts. Right on 4 feet. Should make this one. Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Going with the 8-iron here. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Wow, what a shot.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
An opportunity for a birdie here. That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field. Now moving over to Lexi Thompson.
She got one back on that last hole.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
That was a gallant attempt. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Well, as we approach the final holes here at TPC Louisiana, the short par 4 16, Rich, it's a good one, but also a challenging one.
Only the brave will take driver out on this short hole. Long irons, hybrids, fairway woods down the left-hand side is just fine. Oh, just absolutely abused the golf ball there with that shot.
Second shot here on the 16th. Lovely touch. Well played.
Judging it beautifully.
Putting for birdie. A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. The par 3 17th requires a really strong tee shot, doesn't it, Rich?
That it does. Again, a very difficult par 3 with water all the way down the left-hand side. Just bail out to the right as best you can and rely on your short game to make that par.
Opting for the hybrid, I think. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th and sets up another putt inside birdie range. Looking really good, this one. Let's take a look at Lexi Thompson, shall we?
She had a bad previous hole, came off with bogey.
That's a good stock shot, the fade, isn't it? That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. The finishing hole at TPC Louisiana, in my opinion, Rich, is a great one because, again, you can have anything from eagles all the way through to bogeys and worse.
Just avoid those little pot bunkers down the left-hand side, and you might be able to give it a whirl in 2. However, you got to be careful to A, not miss it right, obviously, but even going too far left, you can really get an uncomfortable pitch shot from a low area left of the green.
Getting ready to play their third. Time now for the 4th shot. A touch of class, if you don't mind. A great way to close out the day with a little chip in.
Nothing like it. Good stuff.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Yeah, Seve would be envious of this one. What a chip in.
Oh, what a performance, Rich. Absolutely dominating performance.
Oh, it's been sparkling, hasn't it? It's been a pleasure to watch. It's got to be a little strange, though, having such a massive lead because there's only one way to go, and that's down. Let's see how they handle the pressure on the final round.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.